Namaskar. Welcome to another journey to the valley, Kashmir Valley, with me, Reenu. Today I'm going to talk a little about again my childhood in the valley, at home, at my maternal grandparents' house, my paternal grandparents' house, and we've had such wonderful times over there. So today I'll try and tell you a little more about our traditions. In Srinagar, in Kashmir, nobody ever had dining tables. We all used to sit on the floor and to have all our meals, and everybody was assigned a wooden chowki or small wooden table, and we all had our favorite ones. So when we used to sit down to eat, we had to we used to eat in thalis. There were no bone china, crockery and all over there. It's all steel or copper utensils which are used. So we used to take our thalis and sit for food. And in our childhood, there was no gas in Srinagar. Everything was cooked on log fire, and each house had a trench kind of a chula, and in the center they would put the wooden logs, and they used to have these huge patilas. They used to call it lidge, and it used to be cooked in that with big wooden spoons. And before we sat down, and especially if you had any guests in the house, there was a system that you sat down for your meal, and then the children and the family members used to feed the guests first, and first thing they would do is get their hands washed. So they sat there, and we had to have a thing like this. So you carried water in this, and you poured water, and they would wash their hands. So this was one person going with these two things. The next person coming would have a towel. So you gave a towel and they wiped their hands. And then the food used to be served, starting with rice and then whatever vegetables and non-veg that were cooked. So, it was so beautiful. We used to love it. As kids, we were also given the responsibility of serving our guests. And it was really amazing. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a dish with brinjals called Tsok Wangun. Tsok in Kashmiri means khatta, and Wangun is bengan. So it is Tsok Wangun. Well, the traditional way of making Tsok Wangun is with imli. You have to extract the imli juice and make it with that, which is done for all the weddings or any big parties. But I somehow prefer to make it with tomatoes, because the imli gives it a little darkish look, and we all do it with tomatoes because it gives a little red color to the wangun and looks really appetizing and tastes delicious. In fact, I personally feel it tastes better than the imli one. So another thing over here is that the wangun that you have to use is the one which are long like this, and so this is the wangun. And the other ingredients that we require is mustard oil, red chili powder, saunf powder, salt, and this is long, and dried ginger powder. And I have taken 4 medium-sized tomatoes, and then there is hing. So that is what I require. Now I'll tell you how to make the pieces, how to cut the brinjals. Like in every cooking, whether you're doing a meat dish or a vegetarian, every vegetable or a meat has a specific way to chop. So I'll tell you how it is to be done for this. And we don't remove the tail part of it, the stem part of it. So you just have to chop these wedges, and wee bit of the stem, just a wee bit. And since the length of this bengan is a little more, so I'll cut it into half. And please don't cut them and keep it and then fry it. When your oil is ready, you cut it at that time and keep sliding it into the oil for frying. Otherwise, your brinjals will turn black. So this is your brinjal, and you cut it into 4. And the same way for this. And you know, I've had friends who don't like brinjals, but after they had this sok wangun, this khatta bangan in my house, they are big fans of khatta bangan, and everybody wanted me to do this recipe because they all love it. So there are 4 kadchis full of oil, and after we fried, the excess oil will be removed. Now we wait for the oil to burn and get ready. And in the meantime, I'll finish chopping of the brinjals till the oil is done. The oil is ready. You can see the smoke coming up, and you have to deep fry the brinjal to a golden brown. So this first lot of brinjals are almost ready. So I'll reduce the flame and take out these brinjals. This is how they look. Remove the excess oil. Actually, the Kashmiri cooking is very simple. Once you've fried everything, or once you have everything ready, basically whatever frying has to be done, then assembling the food is very simple. So this is my next lot going in, and I'll complete the frying of the wangun. And in Kashmir, the brinjal that you get, the wangun that you get, is pink in color. We don't get these dark ones over there. It is delicious. The taste is totally different, and you'll really enjoy it. And now to cook this, I shall remove the excess oil. So there goes 1 ladle. So out of the 4, 2.5 goes out. And in this oil, I will now add just about 3 lavang, and these are the chopped tomatoes. To this I'll add 2 teaspoons of salt, because I want the tomatoes to be well cooked, totally mashed. Maybe another half a teaspoon, because I use rock salt, so I need to put a little extra. And this is my liquid hing. So this is 1, 2 and 3 teaspoons. Assembling sok wangun is really very simple, and you'll enjoy it with steamed rice. So this is half a teaspoon of saunf powder, dried ginger, teaspoons, 11 teaspoons of saunf powder, and this is my red chili powder, and I'll add 2 heaped teaspoons. And now I'm going to add the brinjal. So the bangun has been added to the tomatoes, and I'm going to add a ladleful of water. It is here that now you need to taste for your salt or anything else you'd like to add. Give it a boil. And your bangan is done. After this one boil, switch off the gas. And now I'll transfer this to this. What you can do is just take a green chili and slit it. So you either use green, or if you can get fresh red chilies, just a few. And your chok wangun is ready for you to enjoy. That's your chok wangun ready. Enjoy with steamed rice, and do let me know if you liked it. Did you cook it? Namaskar. Till we meet again.